y'all. It's the world famous.
You're listening to The Darren Green Show.
Right here.
Welcome to another great episode of The Darren Green Show. I'm your humble host, Darren Green, chopping it up with my lovely co-host, Derek Dahl. I was waiting for myself to speak, and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to speak. I was just like, oh, snap, I'm supposed to say something. This is episode 144. How you doing, Derek? What's going on?
I'm doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Excited. You know, it's been a great week. It's been working on my projects and preparing for an event I have later today in New Brunswick. Which I probably should have just gave you the flyer. You could have shared it, but it's today at today is the Gay Men's Awareness Day. I think it's the 8th annual, and so I'll be speaking on the panel with Moby Talks today.
Mm-hmm.
That starts like from 7:00. But yeah, I think it's going on right now. It's like an all-day thing. So I'm excited about that. Can't wait to go out there and see the people. And
see the folk. Okay.
I'm ready to do what it do.
Yeah. Shoot the time, but then
but yeah, that's about it. What about you?
Well, I've just been, like I said, I'm in school, chilling, working, and getting ready for graduation. I know I talked about it last week, how I made as of last week, I made accumulated 1 million views on one of my posts, which got me to 10,000 followers the next following couple days afterwards on TikTok. So I'm just so excited about that. And I was just away with words. I never really got far with social media like this. And this is, this is TikTok. It's big, you know what I'm saying? But it's not we're not there. We're not at the end yet. I get 1,000 on YouTube, honey. We get to the monetization on there. Then we can talk about, we made it a little bit, something. You know what I'm saying? But I think
that's good.
It's a really big deal. And I was really I was on live on TikTok when I was, I had was on the website that shows you the real time follow lists. And I was just like, oh my goodness. I watched it all the way till it got to 10,000. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, I'm just happy about that. But I definitely got to be on my P's and Q's. I've gotten what I call TikTok paranoia. Every time I make a post, it's they're going to try to delete it, or did I say something?
Child.
It's a lot, but I'm just happy.
Doing you has worked, so just continue to do you. Don't fall into the paranoia, child.
Mm-hmm. I think all creators get into that because, even on YouTube, I know YouTube is even more lax than TikTok. However, what people have to worry about is, okay, you can say it, but they might shadow ban you for saying it. Whereas TikTok would just up and delete it or mute you. So it's kind of, I feel like they got to be real transparent when it comes to what is the community guidelines, or what can we or cannot say. You get what I'm saying? And is there an option for us to how YouTube has it, so your videos are not kids aren't allowed to watch it? So because that's what the main thing is. They don't want the FCC to intervene and be like, hey, there's a bunch of people saying all this type of crazy stuff and it's making your brand look better. It's just a whole lot, And we also we don't want to feel like we're being silenced and not being able to express how we feel about certain things. But, I always say, too much anything's bad for you, but I digress. As I always do. It's a lot. It's a lot. You want to get into hot topics? Yeah. Anything else you want to promote or say?
Oh, well, show this little flyer real quick so that the people can.
Yes.
For those of you who are in New York and New Jersey, it's free. It's a free event. I'm sharing my screen with you now, Darren, so you can see it. It's the GMAD Summit, the Gay Men's Appreciation Day Summit. It started at 9:00 this morning. It's at the Heldrick Hotel Conference Center in New Brunswick, and it runs until around 4:30. After that, they're going to have the let out. which is the dinner. Like it starts at 5, like 5 to 6:30, and then we have our social talks or Moby talks from 7 to 10, and that's where you'll get to see me along with some of our Twitter faves, Laquan Dawson's creative director, Kyle Price. He's an actor, brand ambassador. You may remember him from playing my boyfriend in the Time Away music video, but he's also from Love at First Night, which was a web series on YouTube. You got Mike Q, the DJ from Legendary, Julian Walker, who is an author. Victor Jackson's going to perform. Harmonica Sunbeam is going to be there, as well as our panel being hosted by Maria Van Cautier, which is crazy because while I was preparing and like tagging and stuff like that, I was trying to tag on Facebook. I was like, oh, this is one of my Facebook friends. And we met when I first got here. Like, now she was androgynous then. I think Maria is like her drag character because she still goes by Chris for work and stuff like that. But I was like, oh my God, this is really gonna be a reunion of like all my favorite people in one spot. So I'm really glad that I was invited to be a part of this. And so if you're in New York or New Jersey, like head on over to New Brunswick today and especially join us for that. It's gonna be a really good time. I'm really excited. And I like what I'm gonna look like, my little outfit.
I know. I seen you. You showed me how it's going to come together.
It's going to give.
Going to give you have gay.
It's gonna give what it needs to have to be given, honey. I'll surprise myself, you know.
All right.
But yeah. So other than that, like, you know, we making moves over here, getting 10,000 followers on the TikTok over here, blowing up, and getting books. The doll is booked and busy, honey. Booked
as usual
and busy. As long as they don't, Miss Rona don't come through and shut the world down again and have me stuck in this goddamn house.
Right, child.
Speaking of that, for our first hot topic, before we go, because this is breaking news. Okay, so, Sunny Holston and Ana Navarro, host and guest host of The View, got escorted off of set today because they tested positive for COVID and they were supposed to be interviewing Kamala Harris.
Lord.
And hold on. Like this is happening like in real time. Like in real, like
not in real time. You got the clip? You want to pull it up?
I mean, I can. I did. I mean, I'm talking it through now. So I didn't see Whoopi. Whoopi wasn't on the set. But Joy Behar was there and Sarah Hines.
There's only them two there, right?
Yeah. So they pulled Sunny and Anna from the stage, and Joy was like, "Should we introduce the vice president?" Like, yeah. And then she would start introducing her, and one of the other producers was like, "No." So I was like, "I don't think that Kamala's gonna come out." Like, wait a minute, no.
Hold on, what?
No, Miss Thing. We're not gonna be bringing the vice president out. Y'all too much. I got COVID in the building. Girl, bye.
Right, okay. Exactly. Oh, so she was gonna be there. She wasn't gonna be there virtually. Okay.
Right. So I got the video pulled up. So you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
not do. Come on, Ronnie.
Well, all right. So clearly the video is black. So
okay.
Well, anyway, so yeah, so I showed it to you earlier. This was on ABC Chicago, but as soon as it happened around the commercial break, like it was shown, you know, it went viral.
So they actually was on the stage where they was like, "Oh my goodness, she actually tested positive. We got to pull them out." Like,
yeah, they were on
actually sitting next to each other. As that, like, I thought, okay, don't y'all when y'all first come in and y'all come in early because I've been to some of the showings. I've been an audience before. Like, y'all didn't get tested beforehand and then like hours before and then why did it just come out now when they got on stage? Like, that is the way that was a little. If I was Joy or the other girl, I would be like, well, damn, well, shit, am I gonna get it? Because I was next to her.
Like, chaotic. Well, they still have they're still social distancing. They're still required to social distance.
Honey, COVID was
inside
in
the
the
city.
same air as I am.
Right. Well, COVID's always in the same air as we are. It's just a matter of, ducking and dodging, child.
You're ducking and dodging, Gerald.
Ducking and dodging. But yeah, so that literally just happened. And I think Joy was like, they tested positive, but they're going to be fine because they're, as she said, vaccinated up the wazoo. So, prayers for Sunny and Anna.
Right. Prayers for them. All right, so let's get into hot topics. We had our breaking news. I love the view. I hope wish for a speedy recovery.
Yeah, I told him to play because you know.
Yeah, and Sunny, because I know Sunny was very strict on this matter. Her husband is, I believe, a doctor. They're very thorough when it comes to not passing this right, because he's a doctor, so he's more accessible to getting the virus and giving it to his family. I know what that feels like. My dad worked at a state hospital. It was really scary. We didn't know what was going on. So I just hope for a speedy recovery, and I hope no one else in her family and their families, and as well, is affected by this. So yeah, we got to move on, honey. We got to get into some hot topics because this story kind of broke the news. This was a really big topic this week. A lot of people were talking about this. I've seen a lot of people on TikTok talking about it. I've talked about this before. It was an episode where you weren't there because that's when I did like a I do my little live chats. It was after a show that we actually did where we talked about this situation, and we were on an episode months ago talking about this too. Mm-hmm. So recently, the assault victim Jennifer Hough sat down with the ladies on The Real to talk about her filing a lawsuit against the Pettys, that's Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, for allegedly getting their associates to pay her to recant her story so that Kenneth can petition to remove himself from the offenders list. So he doesn't face time because as you know, he and Nicki moved to Cali, which he didn't register as an offender, and they arrested him and he could be facing some time. So what they're trying to do now is to get him off the list so they can, like I just said. I've seen the interview. I talked about this, and I want to be very careful when I talk about this again, because I was originally not going to talk about this because I feel like this situation is such a person of interest because, I'm definitely a Nicki fan, still a Nicki fan. And I also, before we get into it though, I also want to talk about like just the pressure and, the pressure, and I'm not trying to be like that guy, but the pressure of being a fucking barb right now. Where people that family members or people that's on Facebook or whatever, or mutuals would just sit there and just want to know your stance and want to make sure that you are not standing by her or this, that, and third. It's just like the pressure that a lot of us are getting. And I understand how because I follow a lot of barbers on TikTok. They're very defensive when it comes to this topic, but we have to tell it like it is. The confusing part for me, and it's the video that I made a couple weeks ago, which a lot of people had sent me a lot of comments. There was a lot of mean comments going on right now telling me that I not know what I'm talking about, this, that, and the third. What I meant to say, and let me rephrase it, I was confused at the fact that many months ago when this first came out, she said that the Pettys harassed her to recanting the story. And the video, the one that I did on live, which got a lot of attention, I said, well, there's a new clip of an interview that you just recently got on, and you said, I never said they said it to me directly. You said that it was a third party trying to do some street favor or whatever it is, that, and the third. So when I made that video at the time, yes, I was like, okay, so which one is it? You get what I'm saying? So when she got on the Real because she wanted to clear it up on a bigger platform, obviously, she said that it's just because I don't want to say the wrong thing too, but I also don't want to. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the floor and I'm going to respond. Okay, so
because I ain't afraid to say what the fuck I feel. Okay,
I
think that everyone has a right to their story.
Mm-hmm.
There are always three sides of a story: my side, your side, and the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the time for me, the only issue is the timing, and people like, there's no time limit, there's no statute about your whatever.
Right.
I feel like this was an opportune time for the Jennifer Hough to bring this back up and make this circulate again because of the whole Nicki vaccine controversy, right? It just seems like a opportunistic moment. Secondly, again, we're talking about something that happened 25 years ago. It's given very much, no, it's not even giving Bill Cosby, because this man, unlike Bill Cosby or a lot of these celebrities who did crazy shit, this man has gone to jail. He's paid his debt to society per our law, and he's moving on with his life. You know what I mean? And he doesn't pose a threat to her or anybody. He's just living his life, right? If he had not married someone that was famous, we wouldn't even hear about this story. It'd be a thing. Oh, we attacked me when we were kids. He went to jail. He got out. Next thing you know, he got a job. He's blah, blah, blah. Like, just like regular life happens. But because this man is associated with someone who is so large, I think that it's becoming excessive and obsessive at this point, right? Like, you told your story. The story came out maybe 4 or 5 years ago about like the papers from the trial came out, and there were parts in there where her own brother said that that it didn't happen. Her own brother said that it didn't happen. But the mom was the one that was pushing for it. Like, as far as child.
Okay, well, let me just say this.
Listen, because it's the same thing. Because almost the same. It's crazy because almost the same thing that happened to her brother, right? Remember her brother that got locked up. So, and she wasn't famous. They weren't famous then. It was just how people can be. What I don't want is we definitely don't want to slide down the slippery slope of victim blaming. All I can say is it's a very opportunistic time for this to reemerge again, for her to pop up on the reel to add more to the Nicki slander or this thing. Like, if Nicki was trying to give you money, bitch, Nicki, send the money to me. She don't want it, send it to me. If it's part of their effort of trying to do restitution, then here, we just want this to be done and over with so we can move on. Like, to move on.
Okay, you're under the impression that the whole payment was made so that she can just hush.
But there wasn't just, but Nicki ain't offered no payment. Like, I want her to show me Nicki trying to.
So hold on, because all right, so she said that the street dude had offered her $20,000. The only reason why Nicki looks bad in this situation is because she looks alleged, and this is alleged, that she is funding the operation. You mean to tell me, and in her defense, you mean to tell me a regular ass street dude is offering me $20,000 to not to shut up, but to recant my story, initially saying that this that happened years ago was false? It looks bad, and I'm going to be honest. It looks bad on both sides. I'm going to stay neutral on this. I'm going to try to stay neutral on this situation, but I can see where she can feel that maybe Nicki had some influence onto it. That's my only thing with that. However, her story has been changing because you just brought up the whole thing about people that knew her said that they were together. It's alleged on both sides. We don't know the true story. I believe this trial is still pending. I mean, they didn't go into court yet, right? Or we don't know.
Go into court for what?
Well, I mean, the civil suit. I mean, saying that they are essentially harassing her to recant her story. That's what the whole thing is. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it is really happening though. Like, this is going. She wouldn't be on the real. The real vets their people that comes on the show.
To court. My thing is, Nicki Minaj is worth $100 million, and some nigga off the street offered you $20,000. Niggas off the street that sell drugs or a part of like that lifestyle have access to that kind of money. How you think these strippers get their money? From niggas that's on the streets.
Yeah, but then she also called her. That's another thing too. Nicki also called her, which I felt that was unethical.
Well, my thing is, how she get your number?
Because the street dude gave it to her.
How the street? So
The street dude knows Nicki and the Petties. Apparently, whoever this guy is.
So the street dude gave Nicki Jennifer. How did he get your number?
He gave Jennifer Nicki's number.
So the street dude gave Jennifer Nicki's number, and Nicki called her, but she has Nicki's number. Make it make sense now.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of holes.
I'm just saying, like, okay, the street dude so if I say I'm gonna give you $20,000, I'm gonna give you, fucking Como's phone number. So y'all can work this out, blah, blah, blah. It just looks weird for you to be like, yeah, they're harassing me and they called me and she called blah, blah, like, she called you, but how she call you? You have her number.
The whole thing is basically the street dude saying what told Nicki, because this is what she said. She said that the street dude told Nicki, or is under the impression that she's willing to help them, and that's why Nicki wanted to contact her. Now, my thing is, it don't make any sense how he gave her Nicki's number and then Nicki ended up calling, or was it the other way around? And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of he said, she said, and the truth is just not clear. So that's why a lot of people are very skeptical on either side of the validity of this story. And that's why it's very sensitive. And I think ultimately, because I don't want to stay on this topic too long. Okay. Ultimately, I think that these street goons, these people that are the middleman here in this situation, are taking it upon themselves and harassing this woman. I don't think that it was direct. I don't think it was Nicki.
Because they're barbs. The street goons are barbs.
Okay, and I think unfortunately also it's not looking good on Nicki, because they had a conversation. She has a call log of Nicki, and also the comment that she made a long time ago when she said that when she insinuated that she was white, which now we know she ain't so white. It just looks, it's a lot of holes on both sides of the story. Ultimately, I don't know, and I'm going to stay neutral. And Barbs, that is okay if you want to stay neutral with this situation. Do not make people put you on any side how you feel about this situation. It's really bad. It makes it starts a lot of arguments with people. I've seen a lot of people that's my mutuals that I know personally that just say some off the wall shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, if you still support Nicki, like there's something wrong with you, and this, that, and third. We're not going to get into that. Until we see this trial end and we figure out who was lying and who wasn't. You get what I'm saying? It's still going to be neutral for me, babes. We're still streaming Nicki, babes. So if that's what you expect, if you want me to just dead this girl, it's not going to happen until we get the truth. Okay? All right? So y'all can be in the comments all y'all want, because I know the last video I made, y'all said I was wrong and I wasn't doing my research. Look, this is me being objective as I can. You get what I'm saying? It's weird. It's a weird fucking story. A lot of people talking about it too. You know, another thing that they was talking about was Karen Civil.
Oh God,
it kind of links into Nicki as well, but I don't think it does. But whatever, we'll get into it. So Karen Civil, she is this American social media and digital media marketing strategist, right? It all started when the artist, do we call her artist? I mean, she does everything. Jessie Wu. She sued her and won. I think it was over like $70,000. Let me see. Let me fact check, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Let me fact check, honey. Let me see. Jessie Wu.
$3.4 million.
That's how much he sued her for? Damn. And I guess it was she had a bad dealing with her. After that situation, though, it opened the floodgates. There was a lot of other people that was coming out saying that, hey, I've had a bad dealing with her. I think what's his name? Some activist. I forgot his name. He came out and said some stuff. Meek Mill came out and said some stuff.
Joyner Lucas.
There we go. That's the activist. Recently,
that's a rapper.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's a rapper. I'm thinking about somebody else. Yeah, the rapper. Meek Mill said something. What's his name? Jason Lee recently got on the Breakfast Club and was talking about it. He basically was like, yeah, he paid some hacker to get Hollywood Unlocked Instagram page deleted, and the hacker outed her because he wasn't paid the full amount. I'm like, dang. And she admitted it on freaking Clubhouse. Like, yeah, I got him to do it. I talked to Jason though. I talked to him about it. I was real about it. I apologize. Honey.
Yeah, I mean, she's as cutthroat as
it was because she
publicists that are in Hollywood. She's just because she's a black woman don't mean that she ain't gonna play the game and do what needs to be done.
But I mean the lawsuits, like you already got it bad with Jesse Wu, and you just gave me that number. I mean, Jason Lee is a fighter, like, you know what I'm saying? He's going to fight you tooth and nail to this, and you got his page deleted. Okay, and that can make any like blogger livid because, you know, that's like he said, that's my bread and butter. Like it's a mess. And now apparently it's linked, not to bring her up again, but like it's somehow he's linking it with Nicki because when he was on Hollywood, when he was on Breakfast Club, Jason Lee was like, oh, when Nicki wants to have a conversation with you and Karen Civil, and now they're trying to figure out why is she attached to this situation. And I'm like, I don't think she got in. She don't got a bad in with Karen Civil. I just think that she probably just trying to be a Captain Save Ho. Like, you know, our queen like to be a Captain Save Ho, child. She would have said, child, I can't save everybody. But apparently, she, Nicki just wants to, she doesn't. Obviously, this person is not a celebrity. She can't really hold. She doesn't seem like she can hold her own in a confrontation with Jason Lee, and maybe she just wanted to be a part of it just so that she's not being taken advantage of or whatever the case is.
Right.
I don't think Nicki is like anything has to do with what's going on with Karen Civil. Now, the situation, it's looking really bad on her. I mean, was it worth it? What was your whole thoughts with this?
I was just that night. I was on Club. It's like that whole day actually. It's on Clubhouse and on Twitter, just looking like,
what's going on, honey?
Girl, like Karen Civil is ruthless. I was like, can somebody send her my number? I mean,
child, don't pay her. Don't pay her to be your social media. Well, her whole response is like, I've been doing this for years, and sometimes things don't work out for certain people.
Yeah,
that is true. Yeah,
everything ain't for everybody. Every tactic ain't for every situation. But I think what comes into question now is going behind the veil and knowing what some of these publicists actually do. Because it's not. I don't believe that it's just Karen Civil that does these things. There are publicists that pay blogs all the time to share certain stories. Get their artists to go live and cry, and people pay DJs to play their music and for radio placements, and like it's called a radio push. Like it happens all the time. Money is what moves the entertainment industry, and having authority in that space. Sometimes there's some grimy shit that happens, and I think now it's like, so y'all don't like. I say y'all don't like that grimy shit unless it benefits you, because that's all I was seeing. I don't like. Now, if Karen Civil was your publicist and you could afford her, and she was doing all these things to keep your brand alive, making sure that you had opportunities to appear places, connecting you with other companies, corporations for your endorsements. When crazy shit happens in your personal life, she's making sure that the story is squashed, making sure other blogs take it down, and all those things. You be with that. But on the flip side, when it doesn't benefit you, she's just, she's a scammer. She's blah, blah, blah. Like how
now they're trying to discredit her work as a
right.
Yeah.
They call it a game for a reason. The music game, the entertainment game, it's a game. And you have to understand that the rules are different. Okay. It's the rules. Sometimes ain't no rules, but the rules are different. And that comes with it. And I think that people want to see there be a change in that, like it'd be more ethical. But I mean, shit. If y'all enjoyed watching Scandal and seeing how the government, even though it was, that was based off a real person. You know what I mean? Like how shit works behind the scenes. And sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty. Like there are people who have to put blood on their hands to make sure things move. And as an artist, you're never supposed to be that person. Right. So who do you have? You have people around you that do the dirty work to make sure that you stay clean. And Karen Civil she's waste management. She makes sure that the trash is out. So you get to stay clean. So
well, not a powerful people is after. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would say powerful people is after her. Not just like a blogger like Jason Lee, but also actual artists like Meek Mill and the what's the other guy that you brought up. And it's more people than that too.
I'm sure. It's like not definitely get Karen Civil up out of here.
They're trying to get her up out of here. They're trying to Nene Leaks her.
Oh God.
Ciao. Oh, well, we'll see what happens with that. Okay, and we'll definitely get back with you because this was definitely an under the radar topic. Because like after I got done Hot Topics last night, I'm like, everybody talk about Karen. So I'm like, first of all, I was like, who is this woman? I started looking it up. I seen like the Breakfast Club interview. I was like, oh really? She got this person page. I remember when Hollywood Unlocked got deleted. I was like, dang, what they say.
Yeah, what they did, what they do.
What they do, child. I know Jason Lee mad as hell. It's just an Instagram page. I mean, you're not making that much money on Insta. Well, some people are. But, I mean, it'd be one thing if they got you now. Yeah, YouTube? Okay. Okay, because that monetization check, honey. Right. But I wouldn't have sweat over the Instagram. But hey, you know, Jason Lee's a fighter. He's going to fight you tooth and nail. He's going to be real nasty about it. And we'll love to watch it. I'm watching that whole shit go down, child. It's gonna be entertaining to tell. So we'll just see what happens. Anyway, on a lighter note, my girl Rihanna. Now let's get into it. First of all, why you dropped the Fenty show last night and ain't tell me?
It's like a surprise. What? Wait, the Fenty season 3 is out?
Huh?
It's out?
What's out?
The Fenty show, the new one.
No, it was premiering. I think it premiered last night. That's why you sent me that Normani thing. Like that happened.
Oh, that's what that was from. Oh, okay. Because I was looking like, what is this? And when she started doing,
yeah, that's the Fenty show.
Oh, good for her.
I'm like, dang, I wanted to be. See, now let me see if it's on. Because I know it's on Prime, right? Let me look at it right now. But anyway, let's get into it. About her music. So, in a recent interview to promote the Fenty show, she said, in quotes, "You're not going to expect what you hear. Just put it in your mind." She also followed by saying, "Whatever you know about Rihanna is not going to be what you hear. I'm really experimenting with music, like fashion. You should be able to play. I should be able to wear whatever I want. I treat music the same way. So I'm having fun, and it's going to be completely different." I'm like, first of all, what's going on? Like, what? Experimenting? I'm happy that she's even talking about this because I felt like I lost so much faith months ago that she was actually going to drop some new music, you know. And the fact that she's talking about it, you know, I know some of y'all gonna be like, "Oh, she's still trolling." Like she's not. I kind of believe it now. Like you are actually talking about this now. Like now you're actually talking about the album. You're not, you know, giving us some cryptic message. You're saying that you're experimenting, so that means you got something down. You recorded something now. I'm just hoping maybe if it's not the end of this year, it could be like the beginning of next year. You know, I was hoping she was going to feature a little something at the Fenty show, but apparently that didn't happen. But, you know, I am very optimistic now. Okay. And I talked about this on my TikTok page. There were some people that were saying, girl, she doing country. She going to start doing rap. I'm like, I don't know about no country, but I could definitely see Rihanna rapping. Her man now, A$AP Rocky. She's definitely, you know, probably giving her some pointers and stuff, and I could see her doing some rap songs.
Rihanna been rapping.
When she been rapping?
She get it how I live it. she rapped on Lemon. She rapped on Bitch Better Have My Money. But yeah, so I'll believe it when I see it. When I start seeing promo or when I see when a single drops, I'll believe it. Because this like 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago or a year ago? Yeah, 2 years ago before the world ended. The talk about R9 was that it was going to be a reggae album, that Rihanna was going to do a reggae album, something that, you know, is for her people, her, you know, her Barbados roots and all that kind of stuff. So that was a talk about what the album was going to sound like. Now she's saying she's experimenting as if she's going to start doing alternative rock or like some fucking like Bjork album or some shit. And
Olivia Rodrigo.
Like, girl, listen. Of course, the album is gonna sound like nothing we've ever heard before because we ain't heard nothing, and we ain't gonna hear nothing if she out here still being the Mary Kay lady and selling Victoria's Secret.
Said
So,
Avon.
I don't know. Being a Rihanna fan
It's hard.
It's stressful because like there's only so many panties and bras and foundations we can buy. Give me my music, lady. Bitch better have my album. Okay.
I'm over here fighting with this damn phone. Please, my Cash App is TDGS0. Make a friendly donation to the show so I can get a new phone because my mom don't want me to be great. Anyway, she gonna come for me.
Yes, plug for the fund.
Yes, plug for the fun. But
what was believe when we hear it?
Rihanna. Oh, now you can FaceTime Android users. I heard with the new update
on iPhone.
On iPhone, yeah, they have this group FaceTime thing where you can video message. Okay, so this thing is just not charging anymore at this point. Wow, this is what I got to work with, guys. Anyway, yeah. So, Rihanna. I mean, I'm happy for her. I'm optimistic. Like I said, I'm not expecting anything like anytime soon, but I want us to give me a little something, okay? Just a little something. You can even do us like you did us 2017 where you came out wow, and everybody talking like, oh my God, like she about to come out. No. Or remember that picture that she posted where she was like next to the microphone or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, okay, oh shit. No.
Like, yeah, and then you'd be like, oh, I'm voicing a new character for Disney. Like, God damn it, girl. Give me the
not voicing. She doing everything but music. She's like, look, everything else is selling. So you get it when you get it. And at that point, I feel like she should just drop the whole album. Don't do the single thing and have us wait a couple months and just drop it because shit is gonna chart anyway. I bet you this woman would sit there and scream in the microphone and it will probably go number one. I'm telling you.
I mean, it's gonna be it's gonna give Dunder. Okay.
Many words about it. They call this great.
Yeah, Sonny.
Like, oh my God, Rihanna's a genius. So yeah, I believe that she has an album if a solo single drops.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, on a lighter note, this is definitely not a lighter note. This is definitely we're dropping the bar lower now.
Lord.
So, because I wanted to talk about this because I thought it was so comical. R. Kelly's trial is near its end, and the attorney said that R. Kelly was just as a civil rights icon as Martin Luther King Jr. No, let's get into it. Defense attorney tells jurors that Kelly is demanding prosecutors to prove he's guilty beyond reasonable doubt in the same way Dr. King fought for the constitutional rights in the New York Post reports. He quoted and said, I've been to the mountaintops. He quoted the mountaintop speech. Like this man was literally just trying to compare R. Kelly to, Dr. King. And I'm just like, what universe am I in?
You got to be a Marvel because ain't no way.
At this point, I would have fired him there. As R. Kelly, I would have fired him there. I'm like, are you trying to get me to lose? I feel like the damn attorney's trying to get him to lose. Freaking Martin Luther King, are you crazy?
I mean, the jury's in deliberation now. Like, this is speedy. Well, I mean, it's been a couple of years, but they only had like a trial. It was like for 2 weeks. Like, this man's going to jail. So, only thing that his attorney could have got up there and said was like, Your Honor, the man said he ain't doing it. He's sorry. I don't have anything else to say about this. There's nothing else.
There's nothing to say. Like,
there's nothing else we can give at this point. Nothing else to give.
Terrible. I mean, I don't know.
He's smoking crack. You got to be smoking crack and shit like that.
Now he a R. Kelly fan because that's probably what R. Kelly fans still listen to him. Some of that. That's what they probably think. Like, oh my God, they're really crucifying him. And I'm like, yeah, she did what he did.
Pissed on a little girl. Like, come on.
There's tapes. Like I can't stress this.
There's documentaries of other women. There's a marriage license that he married Aaliyah when she was 15. Like, girl, lock this man up and go on with y'all's lives. Just lock him up.
I mean, the way the lengths that this attorney was going anyway. Like, if he gets the slightest like tap on the shoulder, because he's gonna get years. He's gonna get some years. But like, child, I just wouldn't know what to do. I'm just like, oh my God, like this, you just need to prepare to do a plea at this point. Child, but we're gonna see what happens, child. We already know what's going to happen. I mean, it's I don't know, but you know what though? Some people was like, something might happen though, something. You know, with these celebrities, I think he'll be like I wouldn't say the first celebrity to really get some real time. I mean, what do you think? How long do you think he'll probably get? You think he might get life? Because they was
life. He ain't kill nobody, but how many counts is it?
Child.
Hey Siri, how many counts does R. Kelly have against him in this case?
No, I hate Siri.
Okay, I found this on the web. For how many counts does R. Kelly have against him in this case?
That is on BBC News, child. Oh Lord.
What?
No, that's the history of it. I don't want to see that part. I want to see. Anyway, I would say, how old is R. Kelly? Like 54? I'd probably give him like 30 years.
Oh, ooh.
Like 15, maybe.
15, life for him.
15 to 30.
15 to 30.
I wouldn't expect anything less than that, because if he do like 5 years, we're like, I'm sorry, what now?
I'm like, what? If he gets 5 years, I mean, that attorney did everything that he could do. Like,
right.
That's crazy. Anyway, like I said, I'll keep you posted, but let's move on. Let's talk about, okay, they're talking about this again. This will be, okay. I talked about this on my TikTok page. It had a lot of people talking. So, Normani endorsed the idea of a Lady Marmalade remake. Okay, so there was this tweet that was made that I guess tagged her in it, and she like reposted it with a bunch of explanation points. And the tweet said that we would like to see like a Lady Marmalade remake with Megan Thee Stallion, Normani, Ariana Grande, and Dua Lipa. And I responded to this because there was people talking about it on TikTok. I said, honey, first of all, why don't y'all make y'all own song collaboration, like where y'all all four, because that would be a good combination. I could see them on a song, but not a Lady Marmalade remake. Could we start making remakes? Like, and I essentially ended with, do y'all want to do karaoke y'all whole lives?
Oh my God.
That triggered some Whitney Houston stands though. I'm like, don't do me. Because those people in the comments also was like, oh, well, that's what Bang Bang was. I'm like, first of all, no, Bang Bang wasn't marketed as a Lady Marmalade remake. It was just three of those women that decided to do a song together. Okay. It's the difference.
It was as big as Lady Marmalade because it was our rapper and two powerhouse singers. All they were missing. Hell, they could have had Normani there. Or Sierra.
Yeah, no, Normani that was when she was with Fifth Harmony at that point. I definitely feel like there was people brought up the whole Whitney Houston thing, like, because I said, do y'all want to do karaoke y'all whole careers? They said, well, isn't that what Whitney did? I'm like, well, no. I mean, yeah, but like she definitely did a lot of cover songs, but Whitney Houston gets a special treatment though, because she did it, but she did it so differently. Like she did it so good that you don't even notice the originators of those songs. Like the one of her famous ones is "And I Will Always Love You." It took me a long time to recognize, like, Dolly Parton. That was Dolly Parton's song, but like the way she freaked that damn song, I thought it was Whitney's. So unless they're going to be doing that, like bringing some nuance to the song, okay,
they're gonna make it a crap song.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the material in this generation when it comes to remakes in film, in music. They don't bring it. I'm sorry, they don't. And somebody said it just like this. They list. There was another TikTok that was funny as hell. They said, I mean, what they gonna do? Ariana Grande is gonna be singing on 2%. Meg Thee Stallion gonna have the same cadence and flow. Dua Lipa's gonna look cute gowns, beautiful gowns, and Normani's just gonna, cosplay the last girl. So it's like, I'm sorry, not sorry. I love these artists, but like they need to focus on doing their own thing because they need to. Because I feel like somebody also said this too. I said I feel like this generation is going to be the generation that emulates the last previous generations, and we're not going to find our own. And people are going to look back at this generation like, "What the hell? This ain't nothing but a remake of a remake of a remake." Like we're not going to have no originality. That's just my whole take on that whole situation. But what you think, Derek? I know you over here calmly eating your bread.
I'm eating a pear.
Oh, I thought that was a piece of bread.
I would be here for that collaboration. I would say replace Dua Lipa with Chloe.
Okay.
But
you know they want to have the cosplay correct, honey. I'm like, child.
The cosplay.
Like they want to have it like they wanted because they feel like okay, Ariana Grande is going to be like who she's going to be like Christina Aguilera and Dua Lipa might be like. I'm like, child, no. The people was really saying this in the comments. I'm like,
well, first of all, this was a tweet. Somebody it's just an idea. It ain't like it's gonna really happen.
Mm-hmm.
If it does happen, whatever. But it was just an idea, and people have ideas all the time,
right?
And I kind of disagree about the next generation as far as like their talent's concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Every generation has artists who pay tribute to the artists that influenced them. And it's been happening since forever. Michael Jackson, who is still regarded as one of the greatest entertainers of all time, in his solo career, even when he was in the group with his brothers, he would always pay homage to the men that he emulated. You know, his performance style came from James Brown. His ballads and how he wanted to perform when he was singing message songs was based off of Sam Cooke, you know, so every generation has artists who are going to pay tribute to the influences that they grew up with. So this generation wanting to do a remake of the Lady Marmalade is funny, but yeah, I mean, that was a major moment for women in music. It went on to win a Grammy. You know, so recreating it and having something of their own would be nice. And I think that Bang Bang for my generation was like the Lady Marmalade, you know, thing. It was like, oh, look at these women coming together with these voices and like this. It was a catchy song. And I think they're just looking for the next moment like that. I'm like, but damn, y'all didn't like 34 plus 35?
What about the Do It remix?
Which what we were who?
The Do It remix that had everybody on there. They had freaking Lotto on there, City Girls, Doja. You never heard Do It remix?
Oh, Do It. I thought you said Duo. I'm like, what Duo?
It's
yeah, they had everybody. It was like ladies' night over there.
John, they said JT was rapping off beat and shit. I was like, damn.
JT or Carisha?
No, they said JT.
Oh, damn.
Carisha was kind of on beat, but Doja killed all of them on that damn song. I was like, damn, don't see. My thing, okay, cool. But what I think though, when they say Lady Marmalade remake, I think what you're saying is, just have them do a collaboration. That'll be cool. It'll be good for that.
No, they want to remake the ideas for them to remake the song. And I'm just thinking, no.
Just do it. Just do a song. Come up with something. Be in the same studio as well.
Like,
too.
First of all, the remake of Lady Marmalade is
another remake
of a Patti LaBelle song. Okay, and I mean of a LaBelle song. Like, if y'all gonna do it at this point, y'all need to get them black ass voices. Let it be Tamar, Kiki Wyatt,
okay,
Yolanda Adams, everybody that's singing at Greg League's funeral.
Okay,
put them together and let them do it.
All right.
So we can get some.
If they're gonna do it, you know what I say. If they're gonna do it, they got to do it big. Bring some nuance to it. That's all I'm saying. If they're gonna do it, but I don't think they're gonna do it. They're just gonna, I think that, I don't know. The whole thing with collabs, I feel like oh my god, it's about to be a bunch of people working together doing this. But I'm like, once you get it, it's like, okay,
y'all could have worked separately.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me not sound like I hate a child.
We all gonna buy it.
We all gonna buy it. Thank you. Are we all gonna watch?
I'm definitely watching. It's Louisiana Superstar.
Now, the Britney verse Spears documentary will be coming out next week, so I will definitely be glued to my phone, watching this documentary. And it's gonna go, like I said, it's gonna go into the whole conservatorship with, Britney Spears' father and the family, and just like other people that was involved. But reports have already said that Britney is not with this documentary. An unauthorized documentary with her blessings or participation, sources have said. Close sources. So she ain't with that. She ain't with that. Like, who cleared this?
She's not worth the documentary. She's like, there are more people making money off of me while I'm being locked up to this conservatorship. But I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, like, we want to know, like, what the hell was going on with this situation. But I still feel bad for Britney, because like that she been through a lot. Like, and I know, I get up on here and be like, oh, these privileged ass celebrities and this and the third, but like, that is dangerous. Like, when a family member thinks that you're not, we seen this in Black Mirror. Did you see the Miley Cyrus episode in Black Mirror? Like, where, and this is what happens, when a lot of artists like die, like the way that an artist is treated after they died, like they're still being profited off of and stuff. Just the control that her father had over her, just so she can keep on performing, even though she's apparently, they said that she had something Alzheimer's. I was like, what the entire hell? It's a mess, and I hope they go in on that family. And I can't wait to see it. I hope you guys watch it as well, our viewers. But yeah, it's a mess.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be watching.
Period. And I think that's it for our topics today. We had a little, some of our smaller episodes. Oh, we be getting. It's time for us to have our guests. Did Chase and Dallas come out yet?
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
Thursday.
Child, I gotta watch.
Yeah, it's crazy. You gotta go back and watch from the. See, this is the thing. It's gonna do like you did. Well, you still haven't watched Chase in Atlanta, but going back from season 1 and then watching all the way up, so you know who these people are.
Yeah,
and get the backstory on some of the beef that's going on around here.
Right. It wouldn't be right if it wasn't a little bit of drama behind the scenes, child. This franchise is known for that, honey. I love to see it.
Right, we love to see it. We'll get some of them on here to give us some tea.
Right,
what's going on? What's happening?
Happening up in Chasing Reality. I know they reached like 70K subscribers. They beat up. Yeah, I think so. I think that was there. Yeah. Shout out to them. And with that being said, we're gonna close the show today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed the convo. And until next time, I'm your host, Darren Green, and I'm here with Derek Dahl.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
If you like what you heard, please